So sometimes I have these really good ideas for videos. Well, at least what I think is a really good idea for a video. And I write down a bunch of stuff. I write down what I want to record, how I want to say it, and I just get in front of the camera and I just do my thing. Like it all comes off the tongue very, very naturally or nicely or it works out really well. And sometimes I think I have a grandeur idea for a video or a good idea, but I don't know how to present it. I don't know how to phrase it. And that's kind of what this video is. So I might ramble a little bit in this video, and I hope you guys can forgive me for that. But I want to make sure that I stay completely transparent with you guys. I want to make sure that I keep this as real as possible. This whole thing started with owning a Pokemon card business and the dream of owning a Pokemon card business. And the reason that I ended my streak, if you're new to the channel or if maybe you've watched a few videos here and there, if you, like, the beginning of the year, I set a goal to record some sort of YouTube content every single day for as long as I could make it. And I made it 201 days. And I finally ended it at day 201 for a multitude of reasons. Number one, the content started getting stale. I wanted to change up the content, which is why I've been trying to record things every once in a while in a different area. So right now, like just hanging out at a storage unit, a bunch of Elite Trainer boxes behind me. These are all, like, here we've got Obsidian Flames. Here we've got Paldea Evolved. Here we've got Scarlet and Violet Base. And the reason, this is kind of what the video all started at. These are, I think Scarlet and Violet I have for $30 on the website. I think Obsidian Flames is like $32, and I think Paldea Evolved is like $34. And there's a reason behind that, and I'll get into that in a few minutes here. But this all started on Pokemon business owning, like owning your own business. I thought maybe there would be people like me who really just want to make, a few $100 extra a month. Maybe they wanted to just do something in their free time to try and grow something special, because Pokemon is special. And if you are a big fan of Pokemon like I am, like Pokemon has given me so much mentally. And we don't talk enough about mental health on this channel or really anywhere for that example. But mental health is obviously so important. And having something like Pokemon to kind of rely on, it's just very important. That's something that's always stuck with me when it comes to Pokemon. Ever since I was a little kid and Pokemon first came out, I remember setting up folding tables in my basement, in my parents' basement, and laying down sheets of plexiglass over singles, over holographic cards from the base set, the jungle set, the fossil set, and I would actually price tag these cards, because I would go every once in a while to a flea market and I would see these baseball card vendors and Pokemon card vendors and all these people out there selling cards, and I thought, I want to do that because I love the idea of cards. I want to find a way to mix it where it's pleasure and business and it works out really well, and I never really thought it would come to fruition. And then it did, and obviously that's all thanks to you guys. But I ended the streak because I felt like I was getting away from everything that was important to me. The market was all over the place. Like, we were going through, when I ended the streak, and things have changed dramatically over the past couple weeks, but when I ended the streak, the market was like at a high end, like a top point. Like, alternate arts were being manipulated, bought out every day, it seemed, and there were special illustration orders that were going through buyouts, and illustration orders going through buyouts, and sealed product going through buyouts, and it was nuts. It was absolutely crazy, and it got to a point where it's like, okay, well, what am I going to talk about today? Well, obviously something else is getting bought out. Obviously something else is being manipulated. Obviously something else is being taken advantage of, and it was frustrating for you guys. It was frustrating for me too, because I was like, I want to record content that's good, and this is what's happening right now in the market. This is what I have to look at as a business owner all the time. But it didn't seem real. Like, none of it seemed real. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to end the streak. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to focus on what I want to record content on, and that's what I'm going to focus on, and that's going to be that. And whoever wants to come along, like, I love you. Thank you so much. And whoever doesn't, like, I understand. Like, I can completely understand that. But I wanted to stay genuine, and I wanted to stay real, and I wanted to stay as transparent as possible, because I thought the whole reason when this all started was I thought, well, maybe if I record some content on YouTube about owning a Pokemon store, maybe there's other people like me who want to maybe own a Pokemon card store. And I started talking about content, or started talking about sales on TCG Products, or starting your own website, or starting your own business. And I still try and stay true to that to some extent, but it's really, there's a lot of other stuff in the Pokemon space, in the market that you kind of have to be aware of, because when you're constantly buying cards and selling cards, like, you really have to know what's going on. So I still am obviously going to record that type of content, but I also wanted to keep things real with you guys as far as how things are going. It's been a whirlwind over the past few years. Like, if you've been involved in the Pokemon space, the Pokemon community over the past few years, it's been nuts. I'm sure you guys have been frustrated, because I've been frustrated. Like, I've been really, really frustrated watching everybody come into the community, and a lot of people will take advantage of the community. And that's how I felt when I recorded the video about the CT scanner last week. I just felt like people were getting taken advantage of, and I still feel that way, just with something else. But when you may have come back to Pokemon card collecting, could have been during the pandemic. And I remember that time, like, it was nuts, and it was not fun all the time creating content either, because it was very, very difficult as a store owner to make sure that I was doing things correct. And I stayed true to myself. I didn't scalp product. Like, I didn't want to do that. And I'm not great at business. I've told my stream that I need to stop being so self-deprecating. Like, I need to do a better job of making sure that I'm not so hard on myself. But when people are asked, there would be emails that I would get from store owners about why my prices were at MSRP or what I was doing, because I was ruining the market for them. It would get really frustrating. Because first of all, I'm not all about like making $1 million. Like, I don't really care about the money, which is why a lot of the YouTube revenue goes like right back to giveaways. Like, I get made fun of because we record a lot of giveaways. We do a lot of giveaways, but that's what this YouTube channel is for. Like, it sounds corny, but this is our channel. Like, this is us, and that's what I want to do. It's bigger than that, and I never have pretended to know. This is tough. I've never pretended to know a lot about business, and I never will. But I do know one thing. I do know that you do what you can by your customers. I do know that you do what you can to keep your customers happy, to keep your customers loyal. And it's not always about the bottom line. Like, it's about going the extra mile and helping them find that piece of their collection that they've been searching for or hunting for. So if you've ever looked at owning your own Pokemon card store, or really any store in general, the moment you focus only on profits is the moment you lose sight of what was important to you. And that's what I've tried to avoid. That's what I don't like. That makes the business so tough. So when we're talking about the market being bought out and manipulated and all this stuff, it's defeating, because then people are taken advantage of. And then the assumption goes around that every store owner is like that. And during the pandemic, when you were seeing things scalped all over the place, it was so heartbreaking for a lot of people to go to the store and try and buy a Vivid Voltage booster pack for $4 MSRP, and then people in front of them buying every single copy of it, so that way they could do these rip and ships and sell them for $8, $10, $12, which was ridiculous. Then you can't enjoy it, and that's not doing right by your customers. That's not doing good by your customers. So if you want to play the long game, do right by your customers. That's the best thing that you can do. That's the only thing that I know. Like, that's the thing that is so important. Why do we do fail packs on Wednesday stream? Well, I want to make sure that I do right by my customers. I know this is going to come to an end. I know this can't last forever. And I think that's what people are like, oh, the self-deprecating thing. Like, I understand that there's an end time for this. There's an end time for YouTube. There's an end time for this dream, the Pokemon card store. But that time isn't right now. And I'm going to keep going and helping as much as I can for as long as I can, in doing what I can, because I stand by those morals and those ethics and things like that. The other heartbreaking thing during the pandemic was when we would do stuff that was kind of above and beyond, at least in my opinion, trying to figure out ways to beat bots. Because you had all these people who were setting up monitors and bots that would buy out hot products, in-demand products at MSRP, like the Marnie milk cartons, for example, or the Eevee evolutions, or everything from celebrations, for that matter, at the get-go. Was very frustrating, especially the Ultra Premium collection. I got to a point where, first of all, I was hiding Pokemon products behind a promo code. So basically, I would sell, the Evolutions Premium Collections boxes, and I would put a price tag on them that was above market pricing even. So it was like double MSRP or triple MSRP. And then I would record a video, and I would hold up a sign. That would be a promo code that you would go then type in the website, and that would bring the price down to MSRP. And the amount of hate that I got for that was rough. Like, it was not fun. Like, why are you scalping product? Well, I'm not. You're just not paying attention, or you're not listening, or you're not supporting. And because of that, like, I'm giving it to the people who are supporting me the most, because I owe them. Like, you guys are everything to me. And even like the Ultra Premium collection, like, I hid that behind a different product. The Ultra Premium collection from Celebrations, I actually put it, like, I didn't want to create a new product because I didn't want to trigger any monitors or anything like that. And I put it under the Charizard and Breaks in Rainbow Rare, because it was like the same price. It was like $120 at the time. So I was like, if you're watching this and you want to get an Ultra Premium collection at MSRP, the Rainbow Rare Charizard and Breaks in right now on our website, $119.99 is actually the ultra premium collection. So anybody who's watching that video would be able to go and purchase that ultra premium collection, a limit of, I think I just limited it to 1 or something like that. But those were the things we had to tackle as store owners. And I mean, I did get hate for the scalping, and I did get, or lack thereof, and I did get hate for not scalping from some store owners, which wasn't a lot of fun. But things are different now. Now you have a whole, I guess this is where the video actually begins. Now you have a whole different area of struggle as a business owner, and that's just product in general. The hot products, there's a reason they are the prices that they are. Paldea Evolved booster boxes are $130 because they're not available. You can't really get them. Scarlet and Violet 151 continues to climb because a reprint hasn't hit us yet, and you can't get them. You can't buy them at wholesale pricing. You can't find them. Twilight Masquerade booster boxes continue to climb because you can't get them at wholesale pricing anymore. You see where I'm going? Like, it's tough. If you want to own a Pokemon card business, this is where it comes in. There is no time better than right now. And there never will be. There never will be a better time than right now if it's something you're truly passionate about. That statement starts true today, would have been true 2 years ago, and will be true 2 years from now. The best time for you to start is when you're ready. But you don't need to start with a wall of Elite Trainer boxes. You need to start with something small, and then you work your way up to it. There's the reason that it's so great to start right now is because you have time to figure out what works for you, figure out your niche, figure out your area of Pokemon cards that you can find success in, whether it be competitive singles, whether it be collectible singles, whether it be vintage, whether it be sealed product, whatever it might be. You have time now that you can slowly start building something special that will give you that extra few $100s a month. That statement will be true all the time. Right now, you have time to do it. This is a wall of Elite Trainer boxes that I just got in. It's rough out there for store owners right now because the products that are available aren't selling. So this is a case of the King Gambit collection box. This one right here is the King Gambit collection box from Shrouded Fable. I haven't even put these up on the website yet, and the reason being is because there's just no rush. There's no rush to do it. They're not selling great. They're not selling for anywhere near MSRP. So the only sense that really makes of it is you crack them, sell them for pack breaks, open up fail packs with them. I mean, they're not selling well. Same thing with the 3-pack blisters. They're not selling well. Like, you can find them on cheaper all over the place. We just got a reprint of this product, which is why it's sitting here. This is the Iono Premium Collection. Cool card in here, but not selling. You do get a Lost Origin pack in here, which is kind of cool. But other than that, it's mostly Scarlet and Violet era stuff that people aren't excited about, not to mention the fact the economy is in shambles, and it's not doing great. I'm not going to get political. I'm not going to talk about the economy. We just had one of the worst days in recent history when it comes to the stock market. It's affecting a lot of people. It's wearing on a lot of people, and people are making smarter decisions when it comes to spending their collection dollars now than what they have for a long time. Because they're more informed, because they're making better decisions, which is great and fantastic, and that's what standing by your customers is all about when you're a business owner. But because of that, there's just not a lot of products to get. There's a lot of collection boxes. Collection boxes aren't great. Outside of the premium collection boxes from Shrouded Fable, there's not a whole lot of attention being given to the Armoroge collection box or the Graphi, whatever it is, collection box. Like, they're not doing well. A lot of people aren't relating to these new Pokemon. A lot of people aren't finding a lot of joy in these new Pokemon. They're not connecting well, which is why there's so much excitement for upcoming sets. Stellar Crown has a lot of people excited, but not as excited as future sets, like the Glory to Team Rocket, the Dragon set, the Eevee set. Like, those sets that are coming out in the future are what a lot of people are focusing on. A lot of people are interested in. And that's fine. That's great. Like, that's great. But it's tough right now to kind of get through. So when I talk to my distributor's like, hey, we want you to order stuff. Like, what can you order? This is what I got. Elite Trainer boxes, and I'm selling them for basically $30 because that's all that they're selling for. Like, it's not, like I said, it's not all about the money. I know times are tough. I know times aren't easy out there. You spend $100, you get free shipping. We haven't changed that. We stay with that. Even with shipping costs going up, it just means that we make a little bit less. And if we make a little bit less and we have to sell a lot more to make up that margin, then that's what we have to do. But you stand right by your customers, and your business will continue. And that's why we didn't scalp. That's why we didn't. We tried. We fought. That's what business is about. And I know that there's times where I get roasted and I don't pay attention to that. So you don't even have to worry about don't pay attention to that. Like, I get that. It's not all about making money. It's not about fistfuls of money or anything like that. I can tell you flat out, like, the most important thing in your life is your health, the health of the people who are closest to you, That's what matters the most. And loyalty, customers, like that's what matters. And that's why we've done what we've done. So if you've ever thought about opening up a Pokemon card business, now's the time to do it. But just don't make mistakes like that I've made. Like, stand by your customer. When I first started, I paid a lot of attention to the competitive scene. I don't worry about this giant world of wonderful people in the Pokemon community that I've met who collect Pokemon cards. Amazing people everywhere, and it's just, they have made my life so much better. And I'm not going to get into like anything mentally or anything like that that I put myself through in the past, and those were things that I did to myself. But I just want to say thank you for everything. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. I don't know what this video was about. I really don't. I just wanted to have a heart-to-heart with how tough it is, how you can still do it, and how, yeah, I might not be great at business, but I do know one thing, and that's to stay true to your customers and stay loyal to them. And hopefully they'll do the same. But I love you guys, seriously, so much. You make every day so great. And I say that every video, but I wanted to do it differently because, I don't know, I just wanted to. So I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, subscribe or don't. Like, either way, appreciate you just watching. Thanks so much for everything. If you need an ETB, you can go to thecardcoliseum.com. There's my sales pitch. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow with a more traditional video. Till next time, peace.